Within your bike box will be a smaller box. Within that box will be several accessories. The most important item will be a skewer for assembly. Now, what will happen with that particular skewer is, as I grab the front wheel, what you'll need to do is you'll need to unloosen one end, the one with the nut. Make sure you still keep the same orientation, i.e. small inside, big outside of the spring. Put the skewer through one end. Make sure you put the other spring maintaining that same orientation, i.e. the small going towards the rotor and the large outside. Screw on one end, and now you're ready to put your front wheel onto the fork of your bike. Once you've got your skewer in your front wheel, it's time to put your front wheel into the fork of your bike. So it's essential to make sure that you have your rotor, your brake rotor, in between the caliper. So the brake pads of the caliper, which is there, you need to line those up. If you don't line them up and you have the rotor on the other side, well, the front brake will not work. So as you line them up, that should slot on right between the brake pads, i.e. the rotor between the brake pads. And to tighten your skewer, you'll notice it getting tighter. And make sure your skewer is tightened as close to the front fork as possible. And your front wheel is now on. With your bike, you will receive 2 keys. Now these keys essentially are to remove and insert your battery. How to do that? Insert your key, twist it clockwise, pull on this lever, which essentially will allow you to take the battery off. To insert the battery back in, repeat the process by pushing the battery back in with the key turned clockwise. Remember to always remove the key from the locking mechanism. You'll notice on your handlebars, you will have a headset adjustment screw. So if you loosen that, you're able to lift your handlebars or to lower your handlebars depending on your desired height. On the right hand side of your front suspension, you will notice a red dial. That red dial will indicate open or close. So depending on your riding desire, whether you're on road or off road, you'll be able to switch that between open and closed suspension. To switch on the bike, press this button just under the minus button on your left hand side of the handlebars. So on this particular module, you'll have 3 different buttons. You'll have the plus button, you'll have the M button, which is the mode button, and you'll have the minus button. To increase your assistance, press the plus button, and this goes all the way up to 5, as you can see with the numbers increasing on the left bottom hand side of the screen. To decrease your assistance, press the minus button, and that decreases your assistance. What will happen is your speed on your bike will also increase as you increase assistance, and conversely it will decrease as you decrease your assistance. So that's pretty straightforward. On this particular module, you'll have the M. That M will give you your average speed. As you can see on your display, it will give you your max speed, and then it will go back to your speedometer, which is 0 at the moment as the bike is stationary. Do not go into these settings. If these settings are changed, it will void the warranty. So double clicking on the M button will go into the settings, and that will void your warranty. So please do not click into the settings. On the display, what you'll have is you'll have your battery. At the moment it's 100%. You'll have the speed module, you'll have your odometer, and you'll have your pass, which is your assistance levels. Those are the only instructions or directions on your display that you will need. You will not need anything additional to that. To turn on your light, on this particular module on your left, hold the plus button, which will turn on the light. If you hold it on again, it will turn off the light. So that's pretty straightforward. Obviously you have your brakes. When you do brake, an exclamation will appear on your top left hand side of the screen. What that means is that your motor has been cut off. So this will appear every time that you squeeze your lever or your brake lever. So don't be alarmed if that goes on every time that you press your brake lever. So on the right hand side of your handlebars, what you'll notice is a throttle. So if you twist that towards you, you'll see the progression of the speed up to the maximum speed being 52.8. Obviously there's no one on it, but this is essentially how to activate the throttle.